Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to this video. Thank you very much for clicking on it. I really appreciate it. Today we are back with a brand new AESPA release. Very excited. So this we have a pre-release, whole different animal, Jesus, whole different animal is the name of the song, but we are gonna do the Lemonade Complexity trailer beforehand because I haven't watched it yet. So I might as well. So we're going to do the trailer and then we'll get into the music video for the pre-release. We'll have a good time. I have no idea what to expect whatsoever. I have seen a couple of teaser images which looked absolutely bananas. I was like, whoa, them some visuals. I mean, AESPA visuals. Who's surprised? But yeah, insane. And just judging by the title of the trailer being Complexity with the like A thing, I assume we're getting back into like the lore. Like I'm sure there's been little bits, you know, over these past couple of years, but I feel like it's been a minute since we really like went into AESPA lore, you know? So I'm very intrigued as to what this whole era is going to be like. I'm very excited to find out. So let's get into the trailer. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Alrighty, here we go. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. That's basically an MV. Hell yeah. What you got for me, ladies? So, Lemonade Complexity trailer. Let's find out. 3, 2, 1, go. Goodness. God. Oh my god.
Not acceptable behavior.
Yeah, shaking. That's something very outlandish. Yeah, I keep it.
What the fuck is going on? What is going on? This is the thing, is like, I'm not gonna understand what's going on. That's, you know what always happens to me? What I found is like, I've experienced it quite a lot recently with like NMIX. When I watch something, even if I watch it through a couple of times in a reaction, like I very rarely immediately get it. I need to sit with it for like a few days, and then there'll come a point like a few days later I'll be like, oh, that's what's going on. I guarantee something similar is going to happen here. That was an absolutely bananas opening. Poor Karina's face. Just what happened? I don't know. I wasn't expecting a song either. What? I mean, hell yeah. What's going on?
This is not acceptable behavior.
Yeah, shaking.
God, I love her with pink hair.
Very outlandish. Yeah, I keep it pretty, keep it candid. 꼬질 꿈을 필요도 없지. 지금 있는 그대로 I'm a classic. I'm a happy shake, shaking.
Jesus. This like really intense fringe situation is so iconic.
3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah, I'm a happy shake, shaking. Get a little flashy, get a little nasty.
Oh,
Staying fly,
you stop that.
I'm the goat. Greatness all time we strutting. 머리 굴려 바짝 맞대. Go wild when I'm in my pocket. I'm a happy shake, shaking. I got it. I'm a happy shake, shaking. I'm a happy shake, shaking. It's on fire.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm a happy shake, shaking. Watch your front, watch your front. Watch your front, watch your front. 멈칫던 한순간 I come for you. We bring the truth. Get a little flashy, get a little nasty. Stay fly. Shake, shake, shake it, shake, shake. Good.
I took two primary things from that. One, they look absolutely insane. No surprise, but still, damn. And two, were they referencing a whole lot of their previous music videos through that? Because it certainly seemed like it. Like, that's Supernova, I think. And it seems like there were definitely parts of it that reminded me of, like, Whiplash. And yeah, I feel like we're doing a lot of callbacks to previous eras. And even... what does this remind me of? I can't remember, but it's incredibly iconic. Just her sitting there like that just reminds me of another music video, but I can't think of which one right now. My brain is too... But yeah, so we're being very iconic and calling back to previous eras and kind of tying them all together in some way. But that's about all I got from that. Why is the neck on this one mannequin so freakishly long? That's so creepy. I hate it. I have no idea. I have no idea what just happened. But it was really iconic. Yeah. That was really damn iconic, and that's about all I got for that. So we're just gonna go boop, and we're gonna hop on over to the Whole Different Animal music video and see if I understand anything here. Probably not. We'll be honest, I recognize that there was a song playing, at least through parts of that trailer. I was so locked into what was happening visually, I have no idea what that song sounded like, so... Not the random cat hair on my lip, how rude. Yeah, so if that ends up being part of this song, or part of the title track, or whatever... I might not realize. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just like an intro track or something. I don't know. I'm so frazzled right now. That was insane. Okay, let's just get into this. So we've got a Whole Different Animal featuring G-Dragon, which is incredibly iconic again. Sure, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. Let's go.
She's a whole different animal.
Period.
Got the beast unleashed to the net and teeth. She's a whole different animal. Body on the head, to take it jumping on the why you trying to glitch. To the toes got me. Whole different animal.
She a whole different animal. Different animal. Whole different animal. Different animal.
I stuck, but furious. My scars,
Whoa.
so glorious. Embrace the danger. Kiss, kiss the pressure. She a tip, who's she? Back it up, free. Roll it on my body, I've had enough.
The white lashes are sick.
Why they don't be talking about this? I wanna talk about it. Why they don't be talking about this? I wanna talk about it. How this little guy just get harder, harder. Give me all smoke, gunpowder, powder. Woo! It is what it is, they feel like Kushi. She's a whole different animal. Queen downtown, get free. She's a whole different animal. Body on hit, tattoo기 jumping on the one but kitchen glitch. Ain't nobody they can whole different animal.
She a whole different animal. Different animal.
Why is the horse talking to me? Ning Ning is such a sick performer. I always, every single time, obviously, if you know me, you know my bias is Winter, and that hasn't changed. And I doubt that will change. Love that girl. But Ning Ning has always been such a problem for me because she's so sickening to watch. Whether it's in a music video, in a performance, whatever, I can't help but just watch her. I think she's so captivating in so many different ways, and she just serves, man. She serves in a whole different way to me. Like, that's a sick shot. The eyes and like the angle of the makeup making it so much more like feel like, oh, so cool. Okay. Also, this song, we're gonna have to go through it again because I'm quite overwhelmed. I'm very overwhelmed, in fact.
터트기 점을 넘어도 완벽해진 glitch. Ain't nobody that can hold different animal.
She a whole different animal. Different animal. Whole different animal. Different animal.
Oh, now you wanna hear me, huh? Oh, now you wanna hear me, huh? Oh, now you wanna hear me go crazy, crazy. 답은 내 안에 있어. Come test me, test me. Do some, do some, do some, do some. Talk loud, do some. Custom, feature처럼 달라, I'm some. It's a new era, feel some. Why they don't be talking about this? I wanna talk about it. Why they don't be talking about this? I wanna talk about. 누를수록 I just get harder, harder. Get me all smoke, gunpowder, powder. Woo! It is what it is. They be like, who's she? She's a whole different animal. 모든 게 바뀐 down, down, get breathe. She's a whole different animal. Body on heat. 저 특이점을 넘어도 완벽해진 glitch. Ain't nobody that can. Whole different animal.
Carving the whole up the whiplash. Living on a whole nother level just. Why don't you girls different anymore? I'ma get it done. 어디 품듯이 뭐? I'ma get it done. Action, reaction. 좀 ceremony. Get ya. Drag on with my ceremony. Hashtag STA. One chicken animal. 배원 새끼 새. Whole different animal.
Give me all smoke, gunpowder, powder. Give me all smoke, gunpowder, powder. What?
Jesus Christ. Right, give me a sec. I gotta do that thing where I just listen to it without reacting. I'm just gonna do this and just listen. I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Alright. I'm really glad I did that. That gave me a whole different perspective on the song. Like, the MV is cool. It's very distracting. Because there is so much going on visually. But the song itself, if you just actually like listen to it, really fucking cool song. That instrumental, that production, bananas. Absolutely bananas. Dem joints, they always do some fresh shit. that was no different. That was really, really cool. Okay, let me try and get my thoughts together. I think the main thought that I have is that I think this works incredibly well as a pre-release. I think it literally, it feels like an introduction to a brand new era. There are a lot of references and callbacks and little things that remind you of everything that they have done over the course of their career. There's a point where they shout out like next level. There are lyrics that remind you of older songs, and just like their lore in general. You know, talking about like the glitch and all of that sort of stuff. This song feels like a bridge. It's like a bridge between everything that they have done up until this point. And I would say especially, okay, I think okay, so in T Dragon's verse, which let me just say I think is freaking sick. I love the fact that he is featured on the track. That's very cool. Right, it's this line, why aren't you girls different anymore? That specific lyric really, really stood out to me because I feel like over these past couple of years, since we had that breakaway from the like really intense conceptual, you know, Kwangya focused aespa comebacks, since we kind of broke away from that and started doing different sounds, different like styles, very different concepts, there have been a lot of people, I think, fans and non-fans, who have kind of questioned it, doubted it, wondered when are aespa going to get back to, you know, their concept and all of that sort of stuff. And I feel like this line almost feels like a direct call out to those people who are questioning that. And this whole song and this whole era referencing these previous eras especially if you think about the trailer as well and the callbacks to like Whiplash and Supernova and all of that sort of stuff. It's almost like saying, we've always been this way. We tried different things, we've done different things, but like we're still here, we're still aespa, we're still doing our thing, and we are still a whole different animal. Like, we are our own thing, we are our own genre. I feel like that's what we're getting at. And excuse me, I didn't really get it until that specific line in G-Dragon's verse. I feel like I probably could have, if I weren't so overwhelmed by everything else going on. I probably could have figured that out just by the rest of the song and the MV and everything itself. But when I heard that line, I was like, huh. That feels very reminiscent of a lot of things that I've seen people saying about aespa over these last couple of years. And then it kind of clicked in my brain, and I was like, that's what we're doing. That's why there are all these call-outs and references to the previous eras through the trailer and through this, because we're connecting all of them. And we're saying, we didn't deviate, we just showed you different sides to aespa. We are still aespa. Oh, fucking sick. I think that's such a confident and badass thing, to just own your identity, every single part of it. I may be completely off base. This is obviously just coming from my own interpretations and my own feelings here, but that was freaking cool. Really, really freaking cool. The MV itself is honestly similar to the trailer, very overwhelming. There is a lot going on. And I feel like the vast majority of people that are going to watch reactions to this are going to be people that already love the song and already appreciate the song. But Lord knows, there are some people out there, I know, that watch reactions and didn't initially love the song. But if for whatever reason you are one of those people and you watch the MV and you didn't immediately connect to the song, listen to it away from the MV. Listen to it away from the MV. It's a different experience, trust me. It may still not be your cup of tea, but give it a chance, because that's a really, the production on that is sick. And I think the way their voices sound, sick. There are a couple of moments in there where, like, in terms of the lyrics, I'm like, but that more comes down to like just kind of like personal things, and it's not like a huge deal. It's not like a deal breaker on the song for me or anything. But yeah, that's a really sick song. The music video is fascinating. The visuals in this MV, like, they're creepy, they're unsettling, they are animalistic and raw. Like, this is a very different kind of visual interpretation of aespa, I feel like, and I'm kind of here for it. I'm also quite unsettled. It's like, I'm like, I fully support a woman's right to be as feral and unhinged as she wants to be. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be slightly unsettled by it, and that's kind of how I feel with this MV. But it works really well with the concept of the song and this idea of being a whole different animal. Like, hell yeah. Damn. That's gonna be so hyped for what the title track and the rest of the album could be like. Because like I said, this feels like a bridge. It feels like a connector, like opening the doors to what possibly could come next. And I don't know, man, I'm very, very intrigued. I'm very excited. Anyway, that was a really sickening time. I'm gonna wrap this one up now. But that was awesome. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. I know I said I was gonna go through it a second time with you guys, but because I listened to it a second time on my own, I feel like I don't need to do that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and feelings, and I will see you for the title track in, what, like a couple of weeks-ish? Yeah, something like that. I will see you then. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.